Welcome in. It is Tuesday's edition of Quick Picks. Che is going to have to go pretty quickly, so this might be a quick picks. Brandon's
I got 10 minutes or so. We're good.
He's got 10 minutes or so. Brandon conveniently lost last night and also is out today.
No show today.
No show after losing. However, Che and I did win last night. Big win for the Cubbies at home, like I predicted. And then you said something about the end of the T-Wolves game because I was ZZZ.
So my wife is traveling this week. I stayed up very late watching Timberwolves Warriors, which was a horrible game.
Do you usually do that when
watch.
your wife's out of town? Do you stay up later? Like, is it like kind of like
I stay up to watch the late NBA games, definitely playoff games most nights. There are very few occasions where I will miss one, but the late window, I'm usually.
Do you watch them from your couch or your bed?
Couch.
Good spot.
Yes, but the Timberwolves were winning by like 20 points, and it got down to like 18 or so, but like they couldn't really get past that. And so with 4.5 minutes left, 20-point game in the NBA, especially with the three-pointers, not insane.
Yeah,
like you can come back from that with 4.5 minutes to go. Steve Kerr has done this before in the playoffs. He's done it before historically. He pulled all his guys.
Okay.
4.5 minutes left. So he puts in the end of the bench, guys that normally don't play. Moses Moody was in that group, and he usually plays. But outside of that, it was guys that don't normally play. They cut into the lead heavy. They got it down to 7. The spread was 5.5 with 18 seconds left.
Mm-hmm.
And this actually came out, I think, a couple days ago, where Draymond is mouthing the words, the spread is 5.5.
Oh, yeah, I did see that clip. I saw that clip.
It's the exact same situation. Last night, they go down, they take a shot, it gets partially blocked, goes out of bounds. There's like 2 seconds left. They're not going to foul, obviously. And it ends in the Timberwolves cover the 5.5, but it was very precarious in a game that had no business being precarious. The Wolves dominated that game. The Warriors had a slight lead in the first half, but it was all paper. It was a wrap.
All right, so I'm assuming Brandon did not send in a pick, so we'll probably have to chat source for this. So I'll go ahead and say mine. You can get to yours. Yep. We'll figure out what the chat wants. I'm obviously heading back to the MLB. It's my bread and butter right now. Again, shout out to the Cubbies last night for hitting that run line. Today, I'm going with Fernando Tatis Jr. over 1.5 total bases, and I'm about to spit some facts at you guys. It's going to make this a hard bet to pass up. Okay, 1. Fernando Tatis Jr. is top 10 in the major leagues in batting average and total bases. Check. Number 2, Fernando Tatis Jr. is second in the league in WAR, just behind Aaron Judge. 3, Fernando Tatis Jr. sees Jose Soriano tonight, and he is 3 for 3 off of him. 4, Fernando Tatis Jr. Also mashes right-handed pitchers. Right now, he's batting at 358, I believe, off righties, which Soriano is. And meanwhile, a lowly 207 off of lefties. Again, too many hot stats to pass up on Fernando Tatis Jr. Give me him over 1.5 total bases.
Does he go by FTJ at all?
I don't think so. But if he did,
Nando.
Yeah, I would say if he did, it wouldn't be terrible. FTJ kind of sounds like a weird disease. I don't know if I would like to be known by that.
A Call of Duty
FTJ
or something, like a FTJ bullet.
Okay. I am in the association tonight. I have a play I already put out. It was Aaron Gordon over assists. I like that. But for this parlay, there is a play that I like in the early game that I feel like is mispriced. Pacers-Cavs has been just an awful series to watch. Most of the games have not been competitive. Cleveland really showed up in one game, but they're really hurt. Donovan Mitchell was present at shoot-around today. He tweaked his ankle in second half warm-ups of Game 4, and they got boat raced in the second half. But Evan Mobley is hurt. He is going to play. Darius Garland has turf toe. He's playing like some weird shoe that keeps his toe in place. Definitely not as effective. DeAndre Hunter's dealing with a thumb issue. He did play. Him and Ben Mathurin got into it last game. But I mean, the Cavs are favored by 7.5. The Pacers have clearly been the better team. And I understand that, Cleveland is going back home and all that stuff. But this team looks dead. So give me the Pacers money line, plus 235.
I've also thought a little bit more about FTJ.
Yeah.
It could work, and then he could also use it as like full-time job. Like
yes.
like I'm not only FTJ, but it's my FTJ to be FTJ.
Or the golf brand FootJoy.
That too, Shay. So what does the chat what would the chat like to add to the parlay today, Lukey?
They're going to the Diamond.
Okay.
Red Sox money line at the Detroit Tigers. Coming in
Tigers
at minus
spanked them
110.
yesterday.
Yeah.
It's like 14-3 maybe. They had like 11 or 12 runs in the fourth inning. Like it was
Maybe
a rout.
And what does that parlay pay out?
So Pacers money line, Fernando Tatis Jr. over 1.5 total bases, and then Red Sox.
Yep.
Run
Minus 110.
line or money line?
Money line minus 110.
And it pays what, Luke?
1,148.
That's a big one. I think we all kind of looked at each other to make sure that was right. Is it right, Luke? We don't have an extra leg in there?
Yeah.
Because Pacers money line is plus 235.
All right. Big nuts Che over here dropping a big old plus money on our heads. I like it.
Can I give you an extra big plus money? So I gave this out. I gave this out. The line's moved a little bit. It's still great. If you go in the Thunder Nuggets game, more bets, game leaders. Aaron Gordon, I bet this on Sunday, full transparency. I did not put it in the betting group because it's just such a crazy odds. It was 100-1. Aaron Gordon to lead the game in assists.
I feel like those are the ones you have to put in the betting group. Because then if you don't, no one can, like, everyone saw you take it.
Somebody saw that. I'm still kind of new to the like social aspect of it, but somebody did say that they saw it on my like profile. So whatever.
Maybe if they're friends with you, they can see your bets.
I'm giving I'm giving it out now. The line doesn't make sense. It opened at 45-1. It went to 60-1 this morning. I got it at 50-1. It's now down to 40-1. But it's Aaron Gordon to lead the game in assists, and let me tell you why this is very good value.
Please tell me why.
So Jokic is great. He averages triple-double during the year. Oklahoma City is defending his passing very well. They're cutting off his favorite pass, which is as soon as he gets the ball, he's looking really quickly for a guy cutting or a three-point shooter spotting up. First of all, they're not making their three-pointers. And second of all, like they're denying his favorite pass. So he hasn't been getting very many assists. He's been at like 4 to 6 every game, I believe, this series. He's the overwhelming favorite. SGA has been getting a lot of assist opportunities, but the Nuggets have been playing a lot of zone. So what happens is he'll get the ball, he's going to pass it to the middle of the lane for a cutter, and he's basically getting a hockey assist. He's usually not completing the assist. He's the second guy. I do think he is the favorite to win this, in my opinion. After that, there aren't many good options. Russell Westbrook is like 35-1. Jalen Williams is an option because he gets a lot of those passes from Shea and then makes the pass. But Aaron Gordon right now is at 40-1. I got it 50-1 this morning. I think it's worth a very small sprinkle. He won this at 100-1 in Game 4. It was a dead heat tie with SGA, so it ended up paying out 50-1. But he absolutely could get this done. He's had 21 potential assists in the last 2 games. I think he could have like a 6 or 7 assist game, maybe even a little bit more than that. He brings the ball up sometimes and initiates the offense. And in my opinion, they fell apart yesterday or 2 days ago in the fourth quarter because they did not utilize him enough. He's having a great series. Jokic is very tired. I think if they rely on Aaron Gordon to run some sets, initiate some offense with some off-action screens to get some cutters and free shooters, I think he could have like a very high assist game. At 40-1, I'm going to bet this every game this series until it gets down to like 15-1 because it's just the odds do not make sense for what my eyes are seeing.
Well, Che just gave you guys a very in-depth breakdown of why he likes this bet, which is another reason why you should tail.
He has had a game this series where I think he's had 1 assist and none. So it's possible he doesn't, but the last 2 games he's looked very good.
And speaking of bonus bets, I have an extra bet to give you guys. It's a featured parlay over in the MLB tab. Scroll on over. I got Aaron Judge, Tatis, and Pete Crow Armstrong,
PCA.
all 2+ bases. Right now it's around 681. I mean, these guys are all studs. They're hitting over 400 on all the opposing pitchers. So go ahead, go lock that in. Slide on over till you see my face. Ride with me. Last time I checked, there's about 200 of us. So let's make some money. Let's hit this quick picks parlay.
There's also a no sweat home run bet back today.
Love those.
Did you
Love
see?
those.
Have you been following the King of the Diamond stuff?
Yeah, quite a bit.
So yesterday it paid out just under $1,700 in bonus bets. But on, I think it was Friday, there was so you have to opt in. You can pick up to 5 different players in a parlay.
Right.
If they hit a home run, you are eligible. If their team is the highest scoring team in the MLB that night, and you have the player to hit a home run there, you would split $1 million in bonus bets. So it's like the king of the court or the king of the playoffs for football. There was a guy, I don't remember his name, on the Padres. He was the only one to hit a home run, and they scored, I think, 13 runs. That bonus bet, I think, would have been like high 5 figures if it had hit. Shohei Ohtani hits a home run against the Diamondbacks in the 9th inning. That's a 3-run shot to give them 14 runs instead of 13. So they ended up winning. And Shohei's going to be, probably the most popular guy. Bet on that, him and Aaron Judge. But had this guy won, or had the Padres held on to the highest score, it would have been a massive bonus bet. So make sure when you see that, opt in, bet it. I think it's a $5 minimum. You can bet up to 5 players. It's very fun. I did it with Doug last night.
And again, guys, this is the only place you're going to be able to do this. The only place you're going to be able to share a chance at $1 million is at the DraftKings Sportsbook. And all you got to do is sign up and then make sure you're following us in the Barstool betting group so you can see what everyone is taking for their bonus bets, what we're taking, who we're taking to homer, what all parlays are we putting together. But you got to follow us in the Barstool betting group to see all of that. It's in right now.
11:48.
11:48. Big money tonight. Hopefully we'll cash it with help of the chat. Also, shout out to props.cash for giving us excellent visuals every day. And of course, Ghost Energy, natural, transparent, 200 milligrams of caffeine. So many delicious flavors to choose from. If you want to check out the full lineup, visit drinkghost.com or your nearest Circle K. Again, I would love to hear some comments in the chat about what your favorite flavor is, along with some winners. So, Che, let's hit this parlay, and we'll be back tomorrow.
See you guys.